Hey man, it's cold. My window's already fogging up. I hope my jacket doesn't make too many sounds when I move. If it does, I apologize. I've had 2 really rough days, that's why I didn't film videos. But today I want to film this video because it's very, very, very important. We don't need that much of the AC. Fucking hell. It's cold, like I said, my car didn't start. There we go. It's an old one, but it's running very well. So, it's a well-known fact that many, if not all, of the most successful men in this world, especially in history, have reached their success with a great woman by their side. And it is also a well-known fact that a woman can either break or make your life. That was the signal from my car telling me it's cold and I should not drive so fast. I mean, I'm not driving fast, but that I shouldn't drive fast. You get the point. So what I was saying, it's also a well-known fact that a woman can make or break a man's life. We're talking about heterosexual relationships here, right? But in any case, a partner can make or break your life because a partner has a huge influence on your life. What I found through my own experience of being in a 5.5-year relationship or almost 5.5 years. See, I'm not as focused as I usually am because the last few days have been rough, but stick with me here. This is important. What I found through my own experience and what I found through studying other people, reading books about relationships, reading books about success, is it's rarely the woman's fault if she breaks your life, if she doesn't support your life. Now, what I mean by that, I'll talk about that in a second, but first of all, I want to go into what we as men even want, right? And I think we can all agree that what we want is freedom from constraints. Whether that is freedom from our parents, freedom from a boss, freedom from a job, freedom from any other thing that we have to do. We want to do stuff. We don't want to have to do stuff. And we could even go a step further and go deeper than what all the guys on YouTube talk about, financial freedom and location freedom and time freedom, but go into freedom of the mind, enlightenment, or just freedom of thought, freedom of anxiety, freedom of... I talked about this with a member of our community on a call a few days ago. Freedom from thinking that your woman will leave you or cheat on you, anxious attachment style, right? Freedom from that fear. That's also a freedom. He thought that was just, no, I just don't want that. No, what he actually wants is freedom from that. And so, why do I say this? Well, because many people who watch this video might think, oh wait, you're talking about freedom and you're in a 5-year relationship at 22 years old. Aren't you restricting yourself? Isn't that a constraint for your life? And honestly, that is... yeah, I can understand people thinking that. My thought about this is very simple. I don't want to partake in degenerate sexual activities. I don't want to waste hours every day on Tinder, setting up dates, stressing about girls, stressing about women, trying to find the next best woman to have sex with, as some of my old friends back in school did. And I thought, I kind of admired them for getting so many girls, but at the same time I thought, don't you have anything better to do with your life? And I'm not religious. I just have my own values and I follow them very strictly. And so, still, sure, okay, I don't want to do that, but what do I want to do then? Well, pretty much exactly what I'm doing right now. I want to help people. And I want to build a business doing that, and build financial freedom for me and for my loved ones through that. And I'll be honest, my girl supports that a lot. And she helps me achieve that quicker than I ever could by myself. You can either have a woman that is very supportive, very caring, very loving, rejuvenating, a woman that gives you peace. I recently randomly saw this in the movie Troy. A friend recommended that to me, that movie. And the warrior Achilles, great warrior in the Greek mythology, right? One of the greatest warriors ever, pretty much. In that movie, and that's probably not historically accurate, but it's just about the quote. In that movie, he says to the woman he loves, "You gave me peace in a lifetime of war." That's a huge gift that a woman can give you. Peace of mind, presence. And my girl gives that to me in a lot of ways. Now, you can also be on the other side where your woman isn't supportive. She doesn't support your goals. She nags all the time. And she's pretty much exactly the person you didn't want to be with. Now, why did I say earlier that rarely depends on the woman? Because I've been in both of these situations with the same woman. I need to preface this by saying the negative side of my girl weren't drastic, but they were there. And there were phases where the relationship had more negative aspects for me than they had positives, right? And like it was a net loss in finance terms for my life. And now I'm at a point where the relationship supports me immensely, where there's very few negative aspects of being in that relationship and a lot of big positive aspects. Like I said, this healing energy that she has, this rejuvenating energy, just getting me out of my head and into my body, getting me out of thinking about the problems I have, and sure, not forgetting about those problems, but helping me take a step back from those problems, not obsess about them, not overthink all the time, but just being present and actually being able to solve those problems then in the end. And now, why did I say that doesn't depend on the woman? You might have already guessed, because it depends on the man. And this doesn't just have to do with self-accountability, even though I'm a huge proponent of that. There are so many situations where we can blame other people for our circumstances, but at the end of the day, those other people will not help us solve those circumstances. I can blame my girl for not, like in the past, I could have blamed her for not being who I wanted her to be. That won't change anything. I have to take accountability and see, okay, what can I do better? That's the first aspect. The second aspect is, in general, if your girl doesn't feel loved by you, if your girl doesn't feel desired by you, if your girl doesn't feel secure, if she can't open, if she feels restricted by you, if she doesn't feel that you are free of her moods, that you can pervade her moods with your presence and your humor, and she will not be the woman that you want. She will not be the woman that will support your goals. And now people might say, but why do I have to take the first step? Self-accountability again, and also the masculine force is always the first step. It's the leading force in the relationship. Not because the woman can't lead or anything, but because most likely, and I don't want to, like, masculine, feminine, I want to get more and more away from this, but as you can see, I'm struggling with it. It's very easy to explain stuff with masculine and feminine, but I don't like this black and white thinking. But what I'm saying is, most women, generally speaking, like to be led, and most men, generally speaking, like to lead, right? I enjoy leading her. I enjoy giving her what she needs. And I enjoy making plans. I enjoy, leading the relationship. Even though sometimes it would be easier to just sit back and have her lead the relationship. But I don't even want to do that. I don't enjoy that, right? So what I'm saying with this whole thing is, if your girl right now is a woman that doesn't support your goals, that doesn't... Yeah, that's pretty much exactly the person that you didn't want to be with, because that happens. Then either take the easy route and break up with her, or take the more difficult route that will lead to long-term success in your relationship and also to your long-term success, because it will challenge you and make you grow and become a better lover, become a better partner for her, and open yourself first. Because that's the thing, it's really difficult to show your woman love when she doesn't show you love, because especially because of all this red pill stuff that's going around nowadays. Men overthink everything. They overthink every single move, and I still have these patterns sometimes, because I was into the red pill a few years ago. We overthink everything, and we overthink like, if I show myself vulnerable, if I admit my weakness, or if I just make her feel loved, and if I give her everything, she might leave me. I get that. I get that thought. I have that thought as well. But we need to get rid of that thought, because it doesn't support us. It doesn't support our long-term relationship. If we want a long-term relationship with a great woman, we need to make her feel loved. And we need to show her that we're strong enough, and that we have enough integrity to make her feel loved, even though she doesn't make us feel loved right now. Because what happens then is, she opens, physically, mentally, emotionally, and then we have the woman that we want. But we have to do that every single day. Because she will have moods, she will have emotions, and we have to work through those. We have to stay unperturbed, which is a word I really like, because it really perfectly describes what we have to do. Stay unperturbed by her emotions and still show her the love that she deserves. And still show her that everything is okay. Now I know this isn't easy, especially if you've been hurt in the past. If you've been hurt by women in the past. I talked about this with another guy from our community today. And he really struggles to commit to his girl, because he's been hurt in the past. And he doesn't want that to happen again. But if we're not even strong enough to commit to our woman, what do we expect of her then? How can she commit to us when we can't even commit to her? Again, we're the leading force. And I'm not saying this to to take women, to take the autonomy of women or anything. I don't have anything against women, if you couldn't guess already. People would comment that again. I hate these comments, because I'm like, what did I say to make you think that? Listen to what I'm saying. How can you say that I hate women, or that I don't give women their autonomy? Man. So yeah, I know this isn't easy. I know that because I've been through this whole phase. And what I didn't do for a long time when I was in that phase was look for help. Look for people who are where I want to be, and see whether they can help me. And once I did that, I made progress. But before that, I couldn't make progress because I didn't even know what to do. And because of that, I encourage you to go down into the description and book a call with me. Just like the calls I did with the other members from the community. Book a call with me. It's free. And we'll go over how you can improve your relationship. What the actual problem is that you're facing. Because often we think that something is the problem, even though something completely different is the root cause. And the thing is, life is cause and effect. If we don't get to that root cause, we can't get to the, what's the word? To the result that we want. So I encourage you, if you want help, that's why I'm offering these calls. Go ahead, book one of those calls with me right now. I respect the fuck out of everyone who watches these videos for so long. And honestly, surprisingly many people watch these videos till the very end. It's like 15 to 20% of people watch these videos till the very end, which is crazy in YouTube terms. So thank you so much, because it also obviously supports me and my mission and my business here. I wish you all the best, like I said. I'll see you soon.